Hey, it's me, Big P, and I wanted to do a video going over how we currently are as we're kind of cleaning up the last of the red maps and about to kill our watchstones. I didn't stream or play as much as I wanted to today. I had to do some other crap. So I did make some other adjustments. I'm going to mouse over everything. Real quick, most notably at the Cospris, I did actually end up using the crossbolt greater volley sort of thing and picked up the crown and a cyclopean coil. We just did this thing which makes us freeze immune. We gotta get that Pantheon build out. You know, just a lot of little incremental upgrades. Realized one of our rings was kind of whack now that we got rid of, you know, we're having to move into the low life setup and getting ready for all the resistances and stuff that you'll need for that. And just throwing a bunch of fusings at an ivory tower. Once that's all together, I think we'll have to get the coruscating elixir set up and everything and just go full energy blade. But for a leveling unique, Cospri's Malice is pretty nice with the Ice Nova. Let's pursue the Eater of Worlds in the tier 14 map right here. Build's been feeling pretty okay. We did just swap from Purity of Elements to Determination. I think I am still just barely res capped. Gonna skip the League mechanic for now, just because I'm still at a point where I can get, you know, 4 or 5 more levels pretty comfortably at the content level that I'm going to be doing. Yeah, it's now that we're moving into more and more stat stacking, like really getting into pushing the attributes higher. The crit chance gets very consistent. The hit pool is very nice. We are going to go low life and stack the ES with the energy blade. But it's interesting to me that like now you can kind of do this leveling setup with the Cospris and it feels great. Just a real chunky bit. You still go battle mage and stuff because you do get, I mean, it's a foil, you know. It's the only prohibitive thing is you kind of need an Astramentus to get the dex for it. But other than that, it's pretty solid. I'm certainly enjoying it. Non-damaging. I'm immune to my. Oh no, I'm gonna chill myself now, aren't I? Oh, that's gonna suck. Shouldn't have done that. Whatever. It's a reminder to get, you know, minus effective chill on my stuff. We moved into Azirius Promise just to get a little bit more regen on a class. It's not really regen, it's leech, it's conditional, but it's definitely helps a bit, especially now that we've moved into Determination. We're getting not great amounts of armor. I probably should swap this into a Basalt Flask or maybe another Damage Flask. I don't know. I feel like once we get into the E-Blade setup, we're not really going to be wanting for damage though, so anyway. Nice, Nico's memory. The damage is fine going into the red maps, you know. It's just really the playstyle. It's good that the damage is really kind of bringing itself up to this point, because the worst thing you can do in a map is just really just kind of be spinning on top of stuff and not killing it. You're just inviting yourself to get one shot. Luckily, we still do have a big effective hit pool here. Yeah, let's do that. And you know, your spells come out real nice and quick and a lot of damage. And here is the tier 14 boss. So part of me wants to do like slower projectile swap on bosses or something like that, but like you need multiple, so you need to recolor it or have a white socket on your Cospris. I just don't care enough to do that. Can't tell what the map mods on that were, but it seemed pretty decent. We are looking into, I've officially stopped, I've spec'd out. I want to get into building ridiculous charms, so I'm not using the open magi. I ran it. Respecting that is kind of annoying because you kind of got to look for it. Let's actually do it at the end. I don't want to brick the map, but you do need to complete them. Well, you just do need to complete the map. There's a 5 link. Let's sell that for a couple. So I'm really glad I swapped over to Determination, because I probably would have died there with the old setup where it was just like paper thin. Now I'm gonna get into having the Ivory Tower, just a big, you know, ES low life setup, help me damage and kind of consolidate my defenses on ES instead of being like kind of torn. As well as Spell Leech. I still need to get that on the tree. I didn't realize that how sick that's gonna be. Yeah, suppress my spell damage. Let's see. Do your best. Do your worst, do your best. Still pretty good. Still pretty good damage up to tier 14s. With, you know, moderate set. I think there probably is a way that you would spec, maybe even build your Ascendancy differently, to go fully into the Cospri mode. And it's probably pretty solid too, because like I said, this whatchamacallit, this setup's pretty nice. Ooh, are people using this? Minion stuff? Let's see. For trade's down, I think, yeah. Shit. Whatever. Yeah, we should. Oh, but I need those sockets. Alright, let's just. I'm gonna go back. That's really pretty much the end of the video. I mean, you know, we moved into a CoC setup again. Like, there's not much else going on there. We really just wanted to try and figure out the best way to get those last levels, get those last 2 Watchstones without really breaking the bank. I will admit we're between like 2 and 3 Divines of Investment now, so we're kind of getting away from total League starter, and moving more into, you know, something you want to invest in. But that's kind of what you got to do with the builds here, you know. It just makes sense. But I didn't notice we got a Crimson Temple to tier 13. As far as strats go, Beach actually isn't on the Atlas. I think we're gonna do Burial Chambers early. Probably bounce between Burial Chambers and Basilica, to build up a map pool for that, and then I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably roll the Deadeye Magic Finder pretty soon after this, probably by the 2nd weekend, because there's really not that much to put together. I don't think. I just kind of need a bit more currency, and I can get that with, like, you know, just solid farming of tier 16. Which I'll probably do some altars throughout the week. I'll probably be streaming throughout the week when I feel like it, unless like someone I want to watch is on. I spent most of today, I didn't want to stream because I wanted to watch what other people were doing. There's so many interesting interactions. It's such an interesting time to be playing Path. So I really wanted to kind of, I had to do some research of my own so you don't get left behind, you know, and take a look, see what pivots I could possibly make. It's looking pretty solid this way though. I do like it a lot. It's weird though, because it's an old build archetype that I haven't done in a while, and while it still feels very familiar, it also feels like kind of challenging to push, you know. It's even the familiar things can be interesting and challenging in Path of Exile. That's kind of why the game has been my favorite for so long. So you know, it's just a fun first weekend. It's great. I think I haven't had that many issues with like crashing since that first couple of days. Today was much better, but I didn't play as much today, so who knows. But these guys seem to be suppressing it pretty hard. Okay, but yeah, that seems like it'll be more than enough. I did the Black Star and the Infinite Hunger pretty easily. I think both Infinite Hunger wasn't deathless, but that was a skill issue. So I'll just mouse over the links real quick. I still haven't actually filled this one out because I'm waiting to get Armor ES base before actually really investing. These are like whatever boots that I was using for that, for leveling, so that's gonna get better. We still have to like quality our stuff up, get a Wrath Pith, might get an Aegis Aurora instead. They're about the same price, and you might not need the Wrath Pith damage if you really have that much ES, but we'll see. I think Cospri was fucking 5 chaos. I think I paid 8 chaos for mine for like a top tier cold damage roll. It's hilarious. It's yeah, and Crown is just really hard to beat, especially because you can just kind of, you can even aim for an SSF and stuff like that, you know, like it's super solid, and just boosts everything about what you're doing. Energy shield values boosted to spell damage, like that's what's up, and mana all set to damage. Mana's a little bit, but yeah, I don't really have much else to go over. I guess I'll just mouse over the Ice Nova version. We're still looking into better jewelry to really kind of help the cost, but I'll be honest, if you're going to level with CoC, just run a high level clarity. Like if you're going to do any sort of leveling before you have like minus mana cost on your rings, which you probably should have, or like some friggin' if you're doing a life-based spell like Exsanguinate or Reap, you don't really need to worry about it. You could go Eldritch Battery even too, but like, I don't know, you kind of want to take advantage if you're an Inquisitor at least, of energy shield as a defensive property, so probably wouldn't recommend that. And this, yeah, I'm not actually using this. That's gotten me killed. Certainly not using this. Like, actually really gets you killed. Yeah, I don't know. Pop by the stream. It's probably starting between like around like 7 o'clock each day during the weekdays, with longer streams on the weekend. I got a 9 to 5 on the weekdays. So what are you gonna do? Maybe I'll call out one day, but I don't think so. It's a good league, but you know, it's gonna be a marathon, not a sprint. A lot of experimentation to be done still. Luckily we have gotten that accuracy rating up, and the critical strike chance could do a little better, but with like power charge on crit here, it's some nice utility. With the Frostbolt, moved into Determination, Frostblink with Arcane Surge. We could probably move into Leap Slam or Shield Charge, something like that. We're using Hatred now. GMP you can use instead of this. It's probably a little better for clear, but not as good for single target. Vitality, I'd probably put a little bit of cast when damage taken Molten Shell at this point now in my boots, as well as Lincoln Arrogance in like one of these. You know, gotta move some stuff around. Gem slots aren't finalized, but yeah, we're well on our way. Build is feeling much more consistent and solid now that I've swatted the Uber Lab as well, and went over to Determination, so we're scaling only, you know, enough armor to kind of mitigate the 2 shots by the magic mobs, you know, when that comes up. So yeah, let me know what you think, what you're doing. Yeah, I'm gonna stay with CoC. Most people are going into like Stormbread and stuff because it's more consistent for bossing. I'm probably not gonna use this as a bosser. I'll probably have it to kill tier 60. I'll get it to the level where it can comfortably kill it if it's like on, you know, one portal or something, because my magic finder was trying to kill it. But I think we're gonna build the magic finder as soon as next weekend, because the league mechanic is begging for it, and hopefully by then they'll have nerfed it a bit much. Because this has been rough leveling, I will say. Almost 100 deaths on a normally tanky Inquisitor. I really am missing that pious path. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Later.